Shalom. First thing and foremost, I give all praises and glory and honor is due to Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem HaKadosh. I'm allowed to give double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone and rule well. Blessings and salutations to the hopeful elect brothers, those in this gospel, where I live from the start. If Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahushai, whatever it may be, this is a quick lesson through the Spirit. It says Michigan Township forms militia to protect citizens' Second Amendment rights from Whitaker's gun regulations, okay? Because as we know, as time progresses, they're going to do a gun or attempt to do a gun grab as they came up with particular talking points and legislation during the time of Obama administration to pretty much destabilize human protection, meaning that they come up with particular points and you only can have a gun up to 10-round magazine, okay, because they pretty much banned all the assault weapons. Then you gotta ask yourself, why are they banning assault weapons, but yet people of these establishments, like the elites and their particular Gestapo troops, can have these high-power magazines, but yet the citizen is only allowed up to 10 bullets per magazine. If not, give them more, slightly take them more, okay, because there's a system that's getting ready to be put in play. Okay, and there's a coming takeover, as we know, and there's a civil war when basically the American government or the Edomite governments are going to turn on their peoples, and they're going to attempt to overthrow these people. They don't want people to be able to fight themselves back or to defend themselves. So what happens is they try to disarm the public, so therefore they can just be justified on bullying people under these draconian laws, which these militias, these constitutionalists, these freedom fighters, as they want to call themselves, however they want to call themselves, they're going to be the only pretty much protecting force here in Babylon, you know, ex-military, ex-cops, ex-detectives, firefighters, you know, and people, you know, that believe in the Second Amendment. That's going to be pretty much your fighting force, because the American military, for the most part, will be shipped out to the Middle East, which we're seeing that happen now. And also, those rebels of the American military is going to side with the EU or with the UN troops, Salakia. So it says a township in Muskogee County has declared itself a Second Amendment sanctuary and created a maximally inclusive militia in hopes of protecting citizens' constitutional rights from Governor Gretchen Whitmer's gun control. And I believe she's a Democrat, because the Democrats are with disarming the people, because that's the thing, they want to be able to disarm you. So therefore, when they come in and do their bidding, you don't have a way to defend yourself, which is totally unfair. I mean, it's like, okay, let's disarm them, and then let's threaten them at gunpoint that if they don't give us their guns, then we're going to take them over. But the reason why they want you people to give over your gun rights is because, for the simple fact, you outnumber them, and they know if every so-called citizen that owned a weapon was to take up arms against the government, they would dramatically lose that battle, because the citizens outweigh the government. You know what I'm saying? That's why they have what they call the 99% and the 1%. But overall, they're coming for your rights, man. Okay, and I believe they done this during the time of Stalin's execution squads, if I'm not mistaken, when they went in and disarmed the population. And before you know it, you know, they used the Gestapo tactics, and people was being thrown in these death camps, and they didn't have the ability to defend themselves because the government disarmed them. Okay, so every time that the government is coming up with some type of way to disarm citizens, then you better believe that they have something bigger on the horizon. Okay, because damn, I lost my train of thought. You know, because yeah, all these shootings, all these alleged shootings and these mass shootings that's happening. I mean, you may have some people that bug out, but a lot of times these people could be under what they call MK Ultra, or some type of government mind control, or some type of hitman for the government to go out and perpetrate on these attacks, so, you know, people can be justified in scaring themselves into submission. Okay, and people ain't smart enough to figure this shit out yet. Okay, like they said, it's been 6-7 years since the last Vegas shooting, since the Pride one a couple of weeks ago. What a coincidence, right? In the midst of all these T attacks that the FBI has been warning us about. But wait a minute, how the hell did you know? How the hell do you know it's going to be a T attack on American soil if you're not the ones that's bringing the shit? Okay, because we know that the FBI was started by Freemasons anyway. But it says here, Democrats control both chambers of the Michigan State Legislature, right? We this power and Whitmer's signature. And I noticed that most Democrats are in most states that Jake can have it. Okay, because when you have Democrats in patrol and you give Jake a pacifist message, then Jake will follow you right into them. They'll follow you right into hell, man. Because that's how docile Jake is. So it's no coincidence that these Democrats are strategically set up over cities that predominantly Israelites dwell in, so they can have the most influence on our people, so people can really walk themselves into a death trap. And that's all that's happening. Okay, while we're not condoning guns or violence or any of that shit, that's Esau's blessing. Nonetheless, man, people should have the right to defend themselves against tyranny. But, that's neither here nor there. But it says, with the power and Whitmer's signature, they both have successfully pushed through numerous bills aimed at curtailing the Second Amendment rights. And one thing about the Constitution, it tells you that if you are in speculation that you have some type of fascist government, their own Constitution tells you what to do in case this situation happens. Meaning, if you have a group of people that's pretty much draconianizing your laws, then by their particular rights of the Constitution, the citizens can give arms against the governments. That's in their U.S. Constitution, and this is what these Edomites are going to exercise, okay? Because they believe in this shit, okay? You Jakes, man, you just going to literally get picked off. But Esau, he's going to try to defend his so-called country, which in fact he took. But it says, for instance, SB 83, ratified by Whitmer in May, allows family members, quacks, cops, roommates, and others to petition to void another citizen's Second Amendment rights if they can halfway persuade a judge, and may prevent the target citizen from doing further harm either to themselves or to others. But it says, in the face of the leftist power traffickers' gun control efforts, constitutionalist officials across the state have signaled their opposition with largely symbolic local ordinance and resolutions. It says the Holland Sentinel indicated earlier this year that well over 50 of Michigan's 83 countries have adopted resolutions declaring themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries, or at least it says, or at the very least, reaffirming their support for gun rights. It says several townships and at least one city have followed suit. The Houghton Township clerk, Melinda Pago, who is also the chair of the Michigan GOP, introduced a motion at November 14th board meeting declaring the township a Second Amendment sanctuary. It says the resolution stated that the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of our nation, and that's actually not true anymore, because under what they call the Patriot Act 2, these things were pretty much done away with. Okay, if you look up the Marxist agenda, and you go into how they pretty much will have people to be in voluntary servitude into their societies, all this was meant to be done away with. Okay, the last years of the 19th century and on forth up until this point, they want everything wiped away. They want it pretty much swept under the rug with the new way of living. Okay, it's the ultimate form of Marxism. But it says the Constitution of the United States is the supreme law of our nation. The Second Amendment to constitutional states, a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state. And this is why you're going to have a civil war. Okay, because basically they're going to exercise their Constitution, because they don't believe Biden or Kamala and this guy Cotton Swab and all these people that assumes the best interest for the society. They don't believe in these people. They don't have faith in them, and they like, man, fuck these people. We didn't vote to put them in there, so we ain't gonna be bullied into accepting this shit, man. So you better believe that there will be blood in the streets. But it says a well-regulated militia being necessary to a security of a free state, and the right of the people to keep and bear arms should not be infringed. Meaning they can have high-powered military rifles, because the cops can have it, the army can have it, private security forces can have it. Why can't the citizens have it? Because in the mindset of the elites, the citizens you're supposed to bow down and do what you're told. Okay, you shouldn't have no protection, no defense, no money, no nothing. You're just supposed to take orders, and that's going to end in a bloodbath. But it says, in the United States Supreme Court has affirmed that the right of the individual to keep and bear arms as protected under the Second Amendment is incorporated by due process clause of the 14th Amendment against the states, man. Okay, so this is why the elites are trying hard to get that out of there. And even if they have to kill off people and pay people off to push people in there to push this shit, they gonna do what they gotta do. And it showed you that in that documentary called Painkillers, man, where they couldn't pass a certain opioid, and they kept trying, but it kept getting shot down by the 3-letter word, and eventually they somehow bribed dude, or they set up people in there, they assassinate people, and they put people in there to do their bidding, man. So it's all getting ready to fall apart. And there's no coincidence that they're talking about a movie called Civil War coming out in 2024, which honestly, I can't wait to see that movie. All right, so this is the book of Matthew, the 12th chapter, 25th verse. It says, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every kingdom or house divided against itself should not stand. Okay, so America is totally divided, man. You see, and when you go here, matter of fact, let's look up, let me do this real quick, how divided, oops, how divided is America? Polarized. Now, you look at the statistics here, like when you just look at the red states and the blue states, that shows you a division right there. Okay, divided states of America. Who thinks this country is divided? So you have here, Democrats 85%, Republicans 73%, Clinton voters, Trump voters, urban, suburban, and rural. Okay, and these are just like small statistics that they've done through research. But let's go here. In Texas, is just like its own country in itself. Like, you know, when you watch the movie Bushwick, they were talking about people succeeding from the government in Texas pretty much being its own goddamn country for real, because you can fit majority, if not all, the population of the planet Earth in the state of Texas alone. So that's a country in itself. And I could see Texas and places like Kansas, Texas, you know, and those red states really breaking off from America, man, if Biden gets reelected. But, you know, we have to wait and see. But it says America believed the country is split over the most important values, greatly divided, which is 77%, 63%. Back in 2016, 77%. Okay, going all the way back into 1994, the greatly divided being a darker line was actually 77% back in 2016. So, yeah, this place is definitely divided, man, and this screaming war. But it says here, and Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto every one of them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. So you have war with motherfuckers from Illinois and Indiana. How's that gonna profit? Okay, because at the end of the day, man, you all supposed to be the United States of America, but yet you're divided on all sides, man. Even gang factions, BDs don't fuck with GDs, but yet the motherfuckers are under the same folks alliance, man. You know what I'm saying? And you got fucking Latin Kings and Blackstones, and then you got states. You got this block don't fuck with that. Here you got a block of Latin Kings here that don't fuck with these Latin Kings across the street. So this place is totally divided, and it's gonna be destroyed. But it says in every city, it says divided against itself is brought to desolation. Every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How should his kingdom stand? Because at the end of the day, all you crackers are Satan, man. All right, all you so-called white people, you biblical Edomites, you Edomians, you are of the seed of Satan. All right, through your father Esau, Edom. Okay, you are the spiritual incarnate of the sons of Satan. Okay, you are the seeds of the wicked. So this whole civil war that's getting ready to happen between red states and blue states, which eventually everybody is going to be going up against their disrespect of government. So I say it that way, and it's going to end in no winning of the side. Only people that's going to win on this side is the men of the Lord. Okay, the elect of Yahweh Yahushua. All right, so you people are through. All right, so this is 2 Ezra 5:1. It says, nevertheless, as coming tokens, behold, the day shall come that they which dwell upon the earth should be taken in great number. Okay, and the way of truth should be hidden, and the land should be barren of faith. Okay, because a lot of death is getting ready to come to the streets of Babylon, man. Okay, from elder men, elder women, younger men, young women, children, babies. This is getting ready to be a real thing. Okay, from the least to the greatest, Yahweh Yahushua is getting ready to judge this place as a whole. If you're not found on the Lord's good sign, then hey, you're just going to be a casualty in the coming route. Because it says here, be taken in great number, and the way of truth should be hidden, and the land should be barren of faith, because there's going to be so much death. Okay, so much hell, so much death around to the point that people, they're going to literally lose their faith. Okay, you're going to have Israelites out there that's going to lose their faith because, hey, the type of hell that's coming. Okay, the hell that's coming to the streets of America and around the world is going to test the very belief system that we believe in. Okay, because you may get to the point that you might not eat for 2-3 days, man. Then what? Here you go, oh, well, I've been calling on this guy, man. I've been worshiping, I've been an Israelite for 20 years and the Lord ain't feed me. This is some bullshit. You walk away from that. People are going to really be tested, man. But it says, but iniquity should be increased above that which is now thou seest, okay? And the angel was basically telling the angels through the spirit, like, look, it's bad now, but when all hell break loose in a latter time, things are going to be 10 times worse. Okay, this ain't going to be a war, buckle and shield, sticks and stones and fire arrows, man. This is going to be fought with weapons of destruction, nucleus, ICBMs, tomahawk missiles, man, supersonic missiles, okay, high-powered weapon, AI tech. Just AI alone is enough, okay, the military robots and so forth. So it's getting ready to get crazy out here. But it says, but iniquity should be increased above that which now thou seest, or that thou hast heard long ago, and the land that thou seest now to have root, shalt thou see wasted suddenly, man, okay? But if the Most High grant thee to live, thou shalt see the third trumpet, that the sun shall suddenly shine again in the night, and the moon thrice in the day, man, okay? And you notice, like, all the signs in heaven, you know, all of the particular weapons, the eclipses, and also, you know, the third day being when we get our understanding, you know, we being risen up, you know, because the sun goes into wisdom and understanding, you know, because the scriptures say that at that time the truth should be declared, which was without fruit. Okay, so yeah, man, how about you? How Shai is getting ready to lay the pasture to these people, man, and deservedly so, because you people are fucking entitled. All right, so this is the book of 2 Esdras 9:1. It says, and he measured me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest the part of the signs past, which I've told thee before. Okay, he says, measure the times. How do you measure the times? By watching, praying, watching the news, man, looking at articles, prophecies, videos, you know, watching things around you, the economics, okay, the economy, the war, geopolitics. These are all ways how you watch the times, man. Stand on top of the news, you know what's going on in a particular city. You know, and honestly speaking, you know what's going on in your city, and I got to get better about what's going on in Kansas City more, because, you know, by me not being from here, I'm not really too concerned with the people here, but honestly speaking, I live here, so therefore I need to pay more attention to what's actually going down in this city, so we don't get blindsided. You know what I'm saying? But it says, then thou shalt understand that this is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. It says, wherefore when there should be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, these are the fucking insurrections. All right, and it says, then thou shalt well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like as all that is made in the world have the beginning and the end is made manifest. Even so the times also of the highest have plain beginnings and wonders and powerful works and endings and effects and signs, man. So this is where we're at. Okay. Hey, we already said the minute they try to come for these people's guns, hey, these people are gonna lose their mind, man. Okay. Because this bitch right here, shit, right. They're not dead. Look at these people. These people don't look like they have your best interest, man. Okay, these people don't look like they have your best interest at heart at all. They don't give a shit about you people. Their whole thing is to enslave you. You know, they want to enslave you and they want to put you under their foot. And that was the whole concept of both parties. Okay, like she's looking like, oh yeah, we're for the people, but that's a sinister bitch right there. Okay, she's only satisfied if they're able to groom your children and put some unnatural shit inside you, man, and have you going to the fucking doctor every 3 months to get the boost mobile. It's all that these fucking people care about, and this is why the Lord is going to wipe out both sides of them, Democrat and Republican. And all you constitutionists, the Most High is going to take your ass out too. All right, y'all ain't changing a damn thing, because at the end of the day, let's just say if you militias and you constitutionists did reign supreme, you going to end up corrupt just like this government, because that's just the nature of you Edomites. You're very fucking corrupt, man. Okay, you have no good in you. You know, but nonetheless, you will be the defense mechanism that Babylon has seen, and that's not going to end well, because you're going to get wiped out. You know, but I'm going to read a little more, I'm going to end it. The point is being made. But it says here, now that the board members will remain steadfast of upholding the U.S. and Michigan constitutions, they oppose any law that will unconstitutionally restrict the rights of the citizens of Holden Township to keep and bear arms. The resolution called for the technical establishment of a militia. It says, according to all legal residents with primary residency within the township or are 18 or older, capable of passing a federal firearms background check, to desire to do, it says, and desire to do so can become a member of the whole township militia simply by indicating their intent on open media or to friends and family by letter. Like, that ain't even all necessary. But it says, the resolution further claimed that the admissions to the militia protest various items from federal, executive, county, and state regulations, including all federally permissible ammunition of any current caliber, all federal legal accessories, including stocks, grips, optics, magazines, clips, and suppressors, and body armor, legal under federal law. And technically, that should be legal because people have the right to defend themselves, man. But it says the motion passed with the support of all board members, with the exception of the treasurer, who has not present, meaning Houghton Township, 200 miles northwest of Detroit, will not acknowledge any new laws that are associated with red flags or any other infringe of the Second Amendment of the United States Constitution, or acknowledged by any new regulations that prohibits open carry or concealed carry. And you know what? A lot of these cops and sheriffs, they not gonna fuck with these people because a lot of them believe in this shit. This is why they gotta have a foreign military that don't speak English to come in and do their bidding, because the average citizen, cops don't get only people that carry guns. Cops only care about that carry guns is Jake. Okay, if you an Edomite with a gun, a cop ain't gonna fuck with you. If you a Jake with a gun, that's a different story. Because honestly speaking, none of this stuff applies to you Israelites, because technically we're still 3/5 of a man. Okay, the Constitution was never put in place for you, but instead it was really in place for rich Edomites. Okay, but anyway, Lord's will you were edified into the next lesson, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. And with that, Shalom.